Hello guys, this is another YouTube channel, episode of a channel that is Ielts. Ielts. I will not keep quiet about Ielts because I know that's a pain or a headache to once you do it once and then you go do it twice. And then you ask yourself, why do I keep on failing? Like literally, why do I keep on failing this IELTS? Is it so hard or is it so simple? I actually don't know. It's just you. You just need to be prepared enough. The reason why people do not pass in IELTS, like for you to get all a band 6.5, a straight band 6.5 in each and every sector, that is reading, listening, writing, and speaking, and you cannot miss any at below 6.5. If you miss any, as a nurse, as a psychologist, as a physiotherapist, as a speech therapist, but speech therapist is whoa off the table. Like it's up the roof. It's on top of the hill. You need to get a band 7 straight in each and every sector. I'm not kidding you. If you think I'm kidding, kindly just go to your IELTS pass test and look first, invest. If you're investing in something, you really have to know which is my pass mark, or which is the limit that I need to attain, so that I can tell myself that I've invested enough and I can be able to attain what I want to attain. At the end of the day, this is an investment, not only for your life but also for your entire dream, for your entire whole real life. There's no joking over here. IELTS tiko theka ona nini. You just need to know where you're going. So this is IELTS listening summarize. Yeah. We get to that part of like IELTS listening, and where, let me tell you, IELTS listening is not a joke. You just get an Australian person talking and you're thinking, amesema in or under or at or on. And that's when you know directions are too important. As the person said, left or right. And then you're given a whole diagram. If you think you do not know about IELTS listening, let me tell you. Kindly just look at some of the examples. One you can find at Google. I can tell you for sure that IELTS mock test did me good. Like it served me right. I never got below 7, by the way. IELTS listening was my favorite. Ding ding. I passed it. Like it was the thing for me, by the way. Me telling you. That is what I scored highest in my IELTS. So I'm talking from experience. I'm not a teacher. But let me tell you, if you have any doubt or any question about IELTS listening test, and you're a nurse, a physiotherapist, a VT, anyone in Kenya, kindly just link, subscribe, share my video, my YouTube channel, that is Q&A Occupational Therapy Kenya, and I'm your host, Caroline Jerry. So this is it. The 4 sections. There are 4 sections in speaking. Don't think you'll only listen in listening. Don't think you'll only listen to one person talking. If you do not know, then you should start knowing right now that IELTS listening test has 4 sections. It's not going to be simple. It has section 1. Section 1 has 2 speakers. One talks, the other one listens. One talks and the other, like that. If you have never had two people conversing over the phone and you have to listen and actually deduce the information that you're talking about, my friend, you're in the wrong page. Start doing that as soon as possible. Especially YouTube has very, 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 very good IELTS listening test examples, and mine, actually, I'm gonna upload some of it because I believe this is gonna do you justice. By the way, just within 3 weeks, you're gonna be ready for your IELTS listening test. So this is often a telephone conversation between two people. Example, organizing a place, booking a table at a restaurant, or renting an apartment. And then you're like they're asking questions such as, at the roof, the apartment that someone is supposed to take is 119B, and then say, sorry, it's 210B, and you didn't hear. That one is already gone. It's the right answer is 210B, not 19119B. No, it's 210B because they have said that is the wrong thing. So you need to be very, very keen on certain information. They're very specific. Actually, they're very, very short answers, including names. If you do not know how to spell a name correctly, start listening to names. And you're told, her name is Beatrice Leopard, and they start spelling, and you do not know. You haven't listened even to the. You have just said Leopard, and the letter is having an R, and you haven't looked an R. It doesn't have a hyphen. You do not have an hyphen on your answer. My friend, you are wrong. You are listening. My Kikuyu taking place. You are listening to the wrong thing. Okay. So date, time. Listen to time correctly. They actually confuse you. They will say 119B and then say, sorry, it's 210B. That is me imitating them. Okay, I've gotten used to it. So places and numbers. Section 2. It's the easiest, by the way. Section 2 has only one speaker. But let me tell you, you'll sweat over it because that question, it's not going to come easy. It's going to have a map for you. To go left, go right, and then turn to your right corner. And you're like, hi, have I heard correctly? Which is that building? You're given buildings, several buildings, A, B, C, D. This is often a talk from a guide, a tour guide. A guide can be anyone. A guide, probably a student is being guided to their dormitory or to the restaurant, or you're guiding a mother to the hospital. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be a tour guide, my friend. You might hear information about a building, a resort, a company, or charity. We are going to the section 3. What have you not understood from now? You only have 4 parts. Section 1 has 2 speakers. Section 2 has 1 speaker. And section 3. Now we are in section 3. It's getting tough. The going is getting really tough. My friend, can you open your ears? That is the day you remember like, oh God, I need you to open my ears. If they have never heard anything, this is the time that they need to listen clearly to what is being spoken. Because it's very crucial, it's very important for you to listen to some very keen things. 3 or 4 speakers. This is an academic discussion. It's usually a discussion. Like someone said this and they are discussing about maybe an animal. But everyone has different opinions. So they're discussing about something. Okay, it could be either 2 students talking with a professor or a student presenting their resources to their colleagues. So they might have different opinions. Do you understand me? 3 speakers. The going is getting tougher. This is where you tighten your belts. You wear your hard skin. And you're like, oh my goodness. Hallelujah, come down. Hallelujah. Oh Lord. That is what I faced. Section 4, 1 of 4 speakers. This is an academic discussion. It could either be 2 students talking with a professor or a student presenting their resources to their colleagues. Did you say section 4? Yes, we did say. So, remember, the sections listening test gets more difficult as you progress. The thin line is like the difference between you getting into a thin line. It becomes very thin as you go into the middle. Are you getting that point? This means section 1 is the easiest. Before you get to section 4, hey, my friend, you will feel like going to the toilet or sweating your whole hands. You have sweated, you haven't even written an answer, and you're like, oh my goodness, I only have 30 minutes to listen, 10 minutes. Actually, the time runs so fast, and you're like, did I hear or listen to anything that I was being spoken to? So kindly prepare for Ielts listening test. Wakenya tafadhali, this is not the usual thing that you do. Ati alisema nini? No. These people talk really fast. The listening test talk really fast. And mind you, you are listening over a speaker on your phone. That is one thing you need to know. If you haven't gotten used to using headphones or using speakers on your ears, just start right now. There is no need of listening to a radio, no. Just listen to words on your headphones so that you can be able to grasp words being talked on about a conversation, a discussion. The earlier, the better. Are you understanding me? IELTS listening test is it's not easy. It's between a hard nail and a thick rock. I don't know if that's correct, but let me tell you, it's that hard. It's that difficult. It is that hard to know. So, as I said, listening test takes 40 minutes. 40 minutes. 30 minutes to listen to the recording and write down your answer on the question paper. Did you get time to even read your question paper? They always say you got 2 minutes to read your questions, and the recording starts. That's how they prepare you for that recording, by the way. The examiner on your headphone actually tells you that it's time to read your questions, and then it's time to listen to the recording and answer the recorder. Is that correct? But answer the questions, okay? 10 minutes to transfer your answers from the question paper to the answer sheet. Mind you, you're not writing your answers on the question paper. You're writing on the answer sheet. So be very keen on that. You're writing answers on your answer sheet. 7. IELTS accept either British English or American spelling. So, mind you, spelling is a must. You have to get it correct. If you don't get it correct, my friend, you'll fail even before you fail. Like, you need to get the right spelling. You need to practice right English. You must practice completing a full listening test by listening only once. You're never gonna repeat a recording. Kama imepita imekupita. Hii nayo ikubembelezangi. You listen once before your test. You should do this a number of times. Hey, I've already given you a tip, eh? Can you do and practice listenings? Okay? When you're developing skills and vocabulary, you might want to practice listening more than once. But let me tell you, this is not when it's going to happen in your exam. You're going to listen once to the recorder, only once. If the recorder has said, you start reading your questions, and then it said, the recording is start. Can you turn your left, turn your right, and you did not listen, eh? Turn to the left and then turn to the right. You already got it wrong. You're never going to get that direction paper, okay? You will need to multitask. Multitaskers, my friend. I know, I'm really sorry, but men, you're not good multitaskers. But this, you have to be very, 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 very good at multitasking. Because you have to read your question. You have to listen to the recording. 3, you have to answer according to the recording. So if you multitask, you need only 1 second to do how many things? 3. Time is running up for you guys. Time is running out. Only 30 minutes you got to listen to 4 sector of questions. And mind you, it's not 10 questions in a paper. It's 40 questions. All right, so we go to... This means you must be able to read the questions, listen for answers, and write down words at the same time. Practice transferring your answers to the answer sheet at home before your test. You should write your answers on the answer sheet using pencil. In IELTS, you use a pencil, not a pen. Use pencil. Have you heard? Use a pencil. And make sure your writing is very legible. In any IELTS, make sure your writing is legible, and make sure you use a pencil. There is no using a pen, by the way. We never use a pen in IELTS. Scores are calculated by the number of points you got correct. You don't lose a mark if your answer is wrong. So always make sure, please make sure you write an answer. Never leave a blank answer sheet. Kindly. If you do not know it, kindly just guess. Because it's better you answer rather than not answering a question. And you get me? You really get me. So you never lose a mark, by the way. I don't know if you got that point. You never lose a mark because you have written the wrong answer. You lose a mark when you don't write anything. Okay? You can write your answer using capital, but the capital letter is the best. Using uppercase, as you understand, uppercase is A, B. Okay? So you use capital letters in IELTS. Except writing. All the others, listening, reading, and speaking. Speaking is just speaking. There's no writing. So IELTS, reading and listening, kindly write your answers in capitals, letters. That is why you keep failing IELTS. If you do not listen to me, you keep failing. I'm not a teacher, but I've experienced it and I have passed, by the way. And I've gotten a 7. Okay. Have I got a 7? I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you that in the next. You never know. I might actually have gotten above that. So tune in to my YouTube channel, that is Q&A Occupational Therapy Kenya. And if you're a nurse, physiotherapist, psychotherapist,